Garden centers usually sell only the easy, fast turnover plants, but they rarely tell you about the ones that are truly profitable. These are the plants that help home gardeners create real value from even a small backyard. Hello, I'm Billy, a gardening lover who is always searching for plants that bring both joy and real return. Today, I want to open for you a list of 8 seed-grown plants that can bring solid profit, fit perfectly for gardeners in the U.S., and are especially easy to care for, even if you only have a small backyard. This video is for you. If you want to turn your garden into a space that is clean green and able to generate a small but steady income. Before we begin, leave a comment saying, "I want to grow clean, fresh vegetables at home." This helps you open new energy and get ready to explore the plants that most nurseries will never tell you about. Now, let's step into this special list. Here is the list of 8 seed-grown plants that bring high profit, are easy to care for, and fit perfectly for home gardeners in the U.S. Each plant has its own reason why nurseries don't want to put it on their shelves. But for a gardener who pays attention, like you, these reasons are actually great opportunities. 1. Lavender, the purple profit machine almost everyone overlooks. Lavender is one of the easiest plants to grow and brings steady value to home gardeners. What makes it special is that lavender doesn't need rich soil. In fact, it prefers poor, dry, rocky ground. This is perfect for many gardens in the U.S., where the soil becomes hard or dry during summer. When you grow lavender from seed, it starts slow for the first few months. But once it establishes its roots, it becomes long-lasting and can survive for many years. The profit from lavender comes from many types of products. When the plant blooms, you can harvest the flowers to make dried bouquets. Dried lavender sells extremely well at farmers markets, gift shops, and handmade stores because people love its gentle scent and the relaxing feeling it brings. You can also make small sachets for closets, cars, or bedrooms. These tiny items sell for good prices because Americans love natural products that feel calming. Lavender is also used to make essential oil. With a simple distillation setup, you can create lavender oil, one of the most commonly used oils in spas, massage studios, and skincare. Pure lavender oil sells for a high price, and even a small growing area can produce a steady supply. Another major benefit is that lavender attracts bees. In many areas of the U.S., gardeners are trying to rebuild bee-friendly environments because bees are vital pollinators. When you grow lavender, you create a natural food source for bees and help balance your garden ecosystem. Lavender is also resistant to pests. You don't need sprays or heavy fertilizer. All it needs is sunlight, well-drained soil, and space between each plant. Varieties like Hidcote and Munstead do very well in the U.S., especially in the West and South where summers are long and dry. This is why lavender becomes a little money printer in the world of home gardening. Low cost, high demand, and many product options. 2. Ground cherry, the little golden fruit customers love. Ground cherry is a small fruit with big charm because of its unique flavor. The fruit is wrapped in a papery husk that looks like a tiny lantern, protecting it from pests and rainy weather. This makes ground cherries one of the easiest plants for beginners. When grown from seed, ground cherries grow fast and form a big bush, similar to tomatoes. The fun part is that the fruits drop to the ground when ripe, and the thin husk keeps them clean. This makes harvesting simple and reduces spoilage. The flavor of ground cherry is a mix of pineapple, mango, and gentle sweetness. This unique taste makes it highly popular at farmers markets. Many Americans have never tried ground cherries, and when they taste them for the first time, they usually come back for more. This curiosity factor is what gives the plant its economic value. You can use ground cherries to make jam sauces or fruit salads. Some gardeners even bake mini pies with them, a favorite at local fairs. Ground cherry is also great at self-seeding. After the first year, many seeds fall into the soil and sprout again the next season without any effort from you. This gives you a repeating harvest with almost no work for U.S. gardeners who have small spaces or just a few grow buckets ground. Cherry is an excellent choice. It handles full sun, has few pests, and produces heavily. Many buyers at farmers markets are willing to pay high prices for a small box because the fruit is so unique and delicious. Because of its novelty and ease of growing ground, cherry becomes the golden crop of small gardens. 3. Wasabi, the shady grown treasure with a high price tag. Wasabi is one of the most fascinating plants you can grow at home. In U.S. sushi restaurants, most wasabi is actually horseradish and mustard with green coloring. Real wasabi is rare because it's hard to transport and difficult to grow on a large scale, and thrives only in cool shade. What gives wasabi its high value is the long growing time. It needs 18 to 24 months to mature. But during that time, you can harvest the leaves for salads or light stir-frying. Wasabi leaves have a mild heat and offer a fresh twist to dishes. Wasabi loves conditions similar to a streamside environment, moist, shady, and cool. If you have a backyard corner under a tree canopy or next to a north-facing wall, that is the perfect spot. It doesn't need much sunlight, which is ideal for gardeners in hot U.S. states with harsh summers. When you harvest real wasabi rhizomes, you can sell them to small sushi restaurants where chefs are searching for authentic, high-quality wasabi. Prices are extremely high, ranging from tens to hundreds of dollars per pound, depending on freshness and quality. Wasabi also adds a lush green look to your garden because of its large, thick, beautiful leaves. It creates a feeling of a garden oasis that many gardeners love. This is a plant nurseries never want to sell because they can't keep it alive on their shelves for long, and beginners don't know how to care for it. But for patient gardeners, wasabi is a true treasure. 4. Microgreens, the 10-day crop that creates the fastest profit. Microgreens are one of the easiest and fastest profit plants you can grow in your garden. What makes microgreens special is that you don't need a big space. You don't need a backyard, and you don't even need direct sunlight. All you need are a few trays, some clean soil water, and a gentle light source. This is why microgreens are considered the plant for every home. When growing microgreens, you sow seeds densely on the soil surface. In the first 2 to 3 days, you only need to keep the trays moist and covered. After that, you turn on a LED light or place the trays near a bright window. In just 7 to 12 days, you can harvest them with such a fast timeline. Microgreens become a high-profit crop in a short amount of time. For U.S. gardeners who want to make a small income from home, microgreens are the perfect option. A single tray of microgreens can bring a value of $20 to $50, depending on the seed type and quality. Popular ones like sunflower, radish, broccoli, or pea shoots have strong flavor, crisp texture, and high nutrition. Many restaurants, cafes, and salad shops buy them regularly because microgreens make dishes look fresh, bright, elegant, and more appealing. Besides, profit microgreens also offer high nutritional value. Many studies show that microgreens contain much higher levels of vitamins and minerals compared to mature plants. This is very attractive to health-conscious people in the U.S. Microgreens also work well with harsh climates because you can grow them indoors for all 12 months. Whether you live in a cold winter region or a hot summer area, microgreens still thrive. This is why they are considered a safe crop, easy to start, and requiring no advanced skills. Nurseries don't sell microgreens because the plants are too young to display and can't survive long on shelves. But that becomes an advantage for you. You don't compete with big stores, and you can create fresh microgreens right at home with very low cost. 5. Mache, The wintergreen, loved by chef. Mache, also known as lamb's lettuce, is one of the best winter greens you can grow, especially if you live in colder regions. This is a plant many American chefs love because of its soft texture, mild nutty taste, and delicate aroma. Mache often appears in high-end salads because it brings a sense of freshness and elegance. Its biggest strength is cold tolerance. When many other greens die from frost, Mache keeps growing. It can survive temperatures below freezing and still maintain leaf quality. This gives you a supply of fresh greens during winter months, when the garden is usually quiet and lacks color. When grown from seed, Mache germinates well in cool weather. You only need to scatter seeds on the soil surface. Cover lightly and keep the moisture steady. The plant forms beautiful rosette-shaped clusters of leaves. Unlike many other greens, Mache doesn't need heavy fertilizer and has very few pest problems. Mache has strong economic value. At farmers markets, it often sells for 3 to 4 times the price of regular lettuce. Buyers enjoy its unique flavor and freshness. Because Mache is not widely known in the U.S., it creates curiosity and draws new customers. If you grow Mache in small beds or long containers, you can harvest multiple times when you cut the leaves. The plant continues to regrow. This gives you a steady supply of greens throughout the cold season. Nurseries don't sell much Mache because the sales season is too short and most customers don't recognize the name. But for home growers, this low awareness becomes a big advantage. You can harvest for your family or sell to customers who enjoy premium salad ingredients. 6. Stevia, the natural sweet leaf for the healthy living market. Stevia is the perfect plant for people who want to live healthier and reduce sugar intake. Stevia leaves are much sweeter than regular sugar, but contain 0 calories. This is why stevia is seen as a safe natural sweetener and has become very popular among Americans. When grown from seed, stevia thrives in strong sunlight and well-drained soil. The plant grows about 16-24 inches tall and produces lots of leaves. You can harvest stevia leaves many times a year by cutting the top growth, and the plant will keep growing back. The leaves can be used fresh or dried. When dried and crushed, they can be added to tea, coffee, lemonade, or light baking. This makes stevia a favorite among clean-eating consumers who want to avoid refined sugar. The economic value of stevia comes from America's strong demand. Many families prefer natural products and want to reduce sugar. Homegrown stevia feels safer to them than processed sweeteners. Stevia is also easy to care for, resistant to pests, and suitable for many climates. If you live in a cold region, you can grow stevia in a pot and bring it indoors during winter. Nurseries don't sell much stevia because fresh leaves lose quality quickly on store shelves. But this becomes your opportunity. When grown at home, stevia is always fresh and ready to harvest anytime. For small gardeners, stevia is both a health value plant and a product you can sell as dried leaves powder or handmade tea packets. 7. Sea buckthorn, the cold climate superfruit with high beauty value. Sea buckthorn is one of the strongest plants you can grow in your backyard. It is extremely cold hardy and can survive in climates as cold as Zone 3. This makes sea buckthorn an excellent choice for people living in northern states like Montana, Minnesota, North Dakota, or places with long winters. What makes sea buckthorn special is its bright orange berries, which contain far more vitamin C than many other fruits. In the beauty industry, oil extracted from sea buckthorn is very famous for moisturizing, brightening the skin, and repairing damage. Major cosmetic brands are always looking for high-quality sea buckthorn oil, and they are willing to pay high prices for good ingredients. When growing sea buckthorn from seed, you need patience because the plant grows slowly during the first year. But once established, it needs very little care. It handles drought, cold, and strong winds extremely well. This makes sea buckthorn perfect for gardens with poor soil or difficult conditions. One thing to note is that some varieties have thorns, but you can choose low thorn or thornless types. When the plant starts fruiting, the berries grow in dense clusters and are very abundant. You can use the berries to make juice, dry them, make jam, or infuse them in oil to create handmade skincare products. Sea buckthorn oil often sells for high prices at handmade markets and natural beauty stores. In the U.S., sea buckthorn is still quite unfamiliar to many people, and this is exactly why it can bring big profit to home growers. Its rarity creates curiosity and makes customers want to try something new. If you live in a cold region and want a plant that is low care, high-benefit sea buckthorn is a powerful choice. 8. Saffron crocus. The purple spice more valuable than silver. Saffron crocus is the highest value plant on this list. Saffron, the famous purple spice, is always among the most expensive in the world. Its price can be so high that even a small ounce can be worth as much as real silver. This creates huge potential for gardeners who want to try growing something truly special. The most important thing is that saffron doesn't need much space. You can grow it in small beds, pots, or even grow containers. The key requirement is well-drained soil, dry conditions, and full sunlight. Saffron crocus handles drought well and loves dry climates, making it perfect for many U.S. regions with hot, low-rain summers. When you grow saffron from corms, the plant blooms in fall, a time when most other plants have already faded. Each flower produces only 3 red stigmas, but these are the valuable parts. Even though each flower gives little planting, many corms increases your harvest every year because saffron multiplies on its own. After harvesting the stigmas, you lightly dry them to keep their color and fragrance. Dried saffron can be stored for years and sold for high prices, especially homegrown saffron with no chemicals. Americans love natural products, and handmade saffron always has its own market. Another appealing advantage is that saffron has almost no pests or diseases. The plant only needs soil that drains well and doesn't stay wet. This makes it easy for beginners to grow successfully. Nurseries don't sell much saffron because the corms are expensive, hard to display, and not everyone understands their value. But for gardeners who are curious and enjoy new experiences, saffron is one of the plants that brings the clearest combination of joy plus value. When saffron blooms in your backyard, the bright purple flowers and gentle scent create a very special moment. You gain a rare, high-value spice and a beautiful fall garden, something very few plants can offer. You've now gone through the list of 8 plants that many nurseries in the U.S. avoid selling, but that bring great value to home growers. Each plant has its own strengths and fits different types of spaces. If you grow even one of these, your small garden can become a place that produces clean food, handmade products, and a gentle, steady source of income. When you look at these 8 plants, you will notice something right away. They are not the kinds of plants that require lots of land, special equipment, or years of gardening experience. They fit real life, perfect for people who are busy but still want to keep a daily gardening habit, and for middle-aged Americans, a group always searching for balance, health, peace, and meaning. These plants bring both emotional value and practical benefits. Perfect for backyards, balconies, grow containers. The biggest strength of these 8 plants is that they don't require a big farm. No large plots, no professional garden setup. You can grow them in a small backyard corner, a condo balcony, the walkway beside your house, or simply in grow containers or plastic pots. Middle-aged Americans often want gardening as an evening stress relief or a calming morning routine. So plants that don't take much space are always the best choice. Lavender, Stevia, microgreens, saffron, ground cherry. All of them grow well in small areas, but still produce plenty. Another major benefit is that you don't need to redesign your yard or invest in complicated systems. These plants adapt, easily survive in many soil types, and don't demand as much as large fruit or vegetable crops. Gardening becomes lighter, stress-free, and naturally joyful too. Easy to create a small income at home. Many middle-aged Americans look for gentle ways to earn a little extra money without heavy labor. These 8 plants open that opportunity because they have high value and steady demand. Farmers markets always have customers searching for something unique, clean, and locally grown: dried lavender, handmade sachets, fresh microgreens, ground cherries, dried stevia. All of these attract buyers instantly. Many chefs love unique ingredients like Mache microgreens, real wasabi, or homegrown saffron. They want freshness and natural flavor that grocery store products can't offer. This is the part many middle-aged gardeners enjoy. Lavender for sachets and massage oils. Stevia for tea or natural sweeteners. Sea buckthorn for skincare oils. Saffron for premium cooking. These are small but high-value products that help you earn extra without opening a big business. 3. Helping middle-aged people live slow, healthy, clean, self-sufficient. At midlife, many people want to reduce stress and live healthier. Gardening is the perfect way to restore balance. When you water plants, touch the soil, or harvest a few leaves for dinner, you naturally feel calmer. Plants like Lavender, Mache, Stevia, or Saffron bring a sense of purity. They remind you that you're eating something you grew yourself. No chemicals, no additives. And that feels safer and more meaningful. 4. Spiritual meaning. Planting well. Living well. One of the biggest reasons these plants bring success is the emotional and spiritual value behind them. When you grow a valuable plant, care for it day by day, and watch it thrive, you create a positive connection with your life. It makes you feel healthier, calmer, and more grounded. Middle-aged Americans often feel disconnected from nature because of busy jobs. Gardening helps reconnect them, touching the soil, smelling the fragrance, hearing the rustle of leaves. Simple sensations, but deeply healing. When you harvest your first lavender bouquet, pick a handful of golden ground cherries, or collect a few red saffron threads, you feel real pride. You created something valuable with your own hands. Not bought, not ordered, not dependent on anyone. This is a feeling very few modern activities can offer. In the end, the most important thing you can gain from these 8 plants is not just income or beautiful products. It's the feeling that you are taking control of a small part of your life. When you plant a seed, water it every day, and watch it grow, you clearly feel the value of patience and care. Gardening helps you slow down, lighten your mind, and make each day more meaningful. Whether you grow just one lavender plant or try something bold, like saffron, you're still creating something good for your health, your home, and your spirit. If you want to explore more powerful plants, little-known gardening secrets, or ideas that make a small garden more productive, remember to hit subscribe and stay with me, and leave a comment with this positive affirmation: I want to grow clean, fresh vegetables at home. Thank you for watching, and may your garden bring you joy every single day.